Oh, gonna get comfy tonight. I'm gonna get really comfy. There we go. Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome to the Caravan. Is parked at a top secret location somewhere in Derbyshire. Can't say any more than that. You know, you have to keep these things a bit on the hush hush, don't you? Don't you, my lovelies? A very, very warm welcome, and I'm so looking forward to spending the next two fabulous hours in your wonderful company as we wave away Monday and we welcome in Tuesday. And we will be doing so in the company of our perennial and permanent. Look, he's waving at you. He's waving his little paw at you. How cute is he? I'll take my finger out of his nose. How cute is he? A matching pair of his and hers highly powered hedgehogs of truth. There's Hedgie, he's waving, and there's Miss Hedgie just over there. Don't worry, that's their live stream position. They snuggle up when the camera isn't on. How are you, Hedgie? Good lad, good lad. Oh, you're so cute. Anyway, you know their powers. Deploy them with gay abandon, as far as I'm concerned. Let's go for the shits and giggles. What else? Sadly, 2 ton Ted Tentington and the Netty Petty Piss Pod, they've both shit out. They've totally shit out. No bully special prize for them. They are up on the sulking shelf, I'm afraid, and they're not very happy about it. However, Sean's box, our constant live stream companion that's now weighing a ton. Oh, my goodness me, you've piled a bit of weight on there, Sean's box. Sean's box is with us. It has assumed the pounding position and it's ready for a jolly good scene too. And of course, we have the community portable electronic telephonic device, a wonderful contraption upon which you could, some would argue should, and I hope will, leave a voice note for the delectation and indeed potential delight of your fellow members of my innermost scrotum. And I think somebody may have just done exactly that. So that's exciting, isn't it? Okay. Well, you might wonder why am I here in the caravan when I had great plans to be away in NETTY, Netty von Smallhausen, celebrating the solstice, paying her off and spending time with friends. That didn't happen, and it didn't happen for the saddest of reasons. Unfortunately, yesterday, some of you know, some of you won't. Unfortunately, yesterday, Red Dog, obviously one of Ange and Phil's dogs, very sadly passed away way too soon, only 8 years old. It was not entirely unexpected in that they knew that she had a heart condition, and you know, it was a life limiting kind of thing, but they were hoping for, at least with medication, with treatment, they were hoping for at least another 6 months with their lovely companion. But sadly, it wasn't to be. So very obviously, those plans had to change, as I say, for the saddest of reasons. And I haven't done anything because I didn't feel in a celebratory mood, quite honestly. I've got pretty close with Phil and Ange, and Jen, of course. And I know the bond that that Ange and Phil have with the dogs. I mean, they're family, and they're very close family. You don't get much closer than living together in a van like that. So I know that that Ange is going to be utterly broken, and Phil, of course. Um, and I didn't feel like celebrating anything. It didn't seem appropriate. So I've just had a quiet day here on site. I haven't done the double payment thing on Netty that I was going to do to tie it in with the solstice. And also, I found out I haven't got the bank debt. A standing order goes out every week, but I didn't have the bank details to put in for a one-off payment. I probably could have got them off the standing order if I knew how, but I thought, no, let the last payment go out next Monday on the standing order, and I'll celebrate next Monday. So Ange wanted everybody to know, and also, I'm sure you'll understand that Angie is not going to be with us for a little while. And I'm sure I speak for everybody in the community when I say that we send our love and strength to Ange and Phil, and we send every sympathy and condolence on the loss of a much loved member of the family. So we'll see you when things have the pain isn't quite as sharp and you're ready to come back and hang out with your friends. In the meantime, you know where we are. So cheers to Red Dog. Will be very, very sadly missed, but led a full, wonderful and happy life. And see you, and we will all see all of our, oh God, don't start. And we will all see all of our lost friends and companions at the Rainbow Bridge when the time comes, of course. Gosh, I'm thirsty. And I'll quickly move on from that because you know I can't talk about all of that without crying. Hey, right. Where did I get to with the doings? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just jump fetus first into your comments, shall we? Because, I mean, after all, they are very much the meat and potatoes of this community oxtail soup, so it would kind of be rude not to. I'll scroll back as far as I can. And I can let you know that joining us tonight in no particular... I have been getting a good suntan today. Look at my legs. Look at my legs. They got a bit of colour to them. They're not as white as a, forgive me, Alan, Scotsman anymore. Actually, that's not fair on Scotsman, is it? They're pale blue, not white. It takes them a week in the sun to turn white. Right, Carol C is with us. Good evening, Boaty and all the bogs. Where in the world are you? Oh, we haven't done this for a while. A geographical check-in. Goes on Carol, I'm in Northumberland. That's north of Umberland, which has been cloudy and a pleasant temperature. Well, I am in Derbyshire and it's been bloody boiling here. Absolutely bloody boiling. 30 degrees plus. Stu is with us, 69 Food K. Oh, yes. And yeah, it's Prime Minister down, isn't it? Prime Minister down. Kind of went not with a bang, but with a whimper, really. I liked Bojo. I liked it when they all had the knives into Bojo. No, 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 I'm not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Yes, I shagged that bird. Yes, we had parties. Drunk in Downing Street. Yes, yes, that did happen. That did happen. But no, 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 I'm not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. They had to drag him by the hair, kicking and screaming, didn't they? I like that. I like that. And I love the fact that after he'd gone, and his farewell speech, what was it? What was it he said? Hasta la vista or something. You know, there's none of that standing there crying his bloody eyes out like Theresa May and all of that. No, it was bluster, 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 blah, 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 blah. And he probably will be back. He's like Donald Trump. I wouldn't bet against Boris Johnson being Prime Minister again at some point. Yes, I understand that there are red alert warnings for temperatures of up to 40 degrees. I was up properly early this morning. I opened all of my skylights and whatnot. And then I I didn't open. Oh, I did. I opened my blinds, opened the windows, got the caravan as cool as I could. Then I closed the blinds, and the caravan has been perfectly tolerable all day. And I will be doing the same probably for the rest of the week. But has been warm. It certainly has been warm. Peter P is with us all the way from Finland. Mike P is with us, the lovely Mike P. Raven says it's partly cloudy and 78 degrees Fahrenheit here in my US state. And Mike, of course, is in North Wales, aka heaven, basically. North Wales is fabulous. Stella Bingley joins us. Oh, and Raven says tending the bog is shite work, innit? I told you it was coming. It had to come. You had to have an emptying the toilet video, didn't you? No, fair play. Give me a bit of credit where it's due. I didn't make you look at anything awful, did I? You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything unpleasant. You didn't see anything that would put you off your dinner. I was very careful. I was very considerate of your sensitivities, darlings. Stella Bingley. Yeah, we've said hello to Stella, haven't we? And if we haven't, we'll do it now. Jamesy is with us, the Jamesy boy. A very good evening to you. Matron is right in our midst. Matron, community matriarch, and of course, owner, operator of the community bosom. What's Matron got to say? Well, we'll find out now. I'll read it. Evening all, begins Matron, but she goes on. For once, we can all agree with Jimmy Quinn that today's video really was full of shit. Wasn't it just? Somebody said it was their favourite vlog so far. I thought it wasn't a bad video, really. You know, gives you a bit of an insight into caravan living. Some nice twiddly bits of filming in there. Pop 57 is with us. That's the lovely Pauline, of course. She did enjoy it, Peter P. And Raven says, hello, Boaty. I keep forgetting Monday Live start an hour earlier. They do indeed. Richard is with us. Paulie Galtieri, of course, and a very good evening. Oh, Netty Kutch. Netty Kutch is here. The lovely Netty Kutch. Netty Kutch and Mike P, one of these days, I'm going to come to your caravan and annoy you on a Monday. Oh, South Snowdonia? I should cocoa. It's going to be 38 degrees here on Wednesday/Thursday, for goodness sake, says Matron. Then there are lots of hellos and greetings flying around. Barry Scrotter is with us. The lovely Lloyd, of course. Boaty, you'll have to speak up over the fan noise here, says Mike P. I haven't got the fan on. No need at the moment. As I say, the caravan has remained really quite cool. I have had the fan on today, but don't need it on now. and I had a lovely kind of warm shower just before the live stream, clambered into my night attire, and I'm feeling jolly comfortable. Jolly comfortable indeed. Oh, a portable air conditioning unit. Oh, that would be nice. Carol C has a Hedgehog of Truth question. Boaty, why not away somewhere? And did the 2 payments go out today? Well, I've answered both of those, haven't I? So already answered. I'll have some more water. I'll have some more water, so I will. I kept forgetting to drink today. And, you know, you need to stay hydrated in this kind of weather, don't you, loves? Never mind, I'll make up for it now. I'll have a couple of glasses of water, and then I'll have 3 or 4 bottles of wine. Somebody left a comment on today's video saying, what about buying less booze and doing more laundry? Have you ever heard a more ridiculous suggestion? That was from a gentleman who comments every 3 or 4 videos, telling me that I'm a raving alcoholic, this, that, and the other. Keeps banging on about it. Keeps spewing out that because he's in control of his drinking and he controls his purse strings, he's not a sad old loser living in poverty and penury whilst being slightly permanently pissed. Oh dear. Well, I think that he has got an unhealthy obsession with alcohol. And as we know, people who have a problem but are in denial, well, they will frequently use projection as a deflection and distraction tactic. So if you're watching, sir, I forget your name, I apologise. I genuinely do, I'm not being rude. Then I don't want to worry you, but you might want to seek a bit of help. Not that it's any of my business. If you enjoy a drink and keeping close ties on the old purse strings, good for you. Good for you. I won't question you. All on, apparently. Yeah. Boaty in a dressing gown. Well, I'm dabbing my brow with my slipper, says Mike P. Oh, and then, yeah. Then we get to the doggy news, and obviously there's, oh, Billy Joe, good evening. Then there's love and sympathy. Yes, indeed. I'm not going to talk about this because, it's the one thing I can't talk about. Every time I try and talk about my previous, I just lose it. Can't do it. I'm on the verge now. I've lost parents, siblings, friends, family, and somehow, in a weird way, and I know it shouldn't be like this, but losing your pet is somehow the worst of all. In good news, says Carol C, Boaty remembered to charge up the microphone. I did. The microphone is in full working order. Oh, yes, there's lots of love going. All sorts about everything. Good evening to you. Oh, we got food news from Richard. Dinner tonight, says Richard. Thought I was going to sneeze then. Was steak and caramelized red onion quiche with classic salade verte. Verte? I don't know what language that is. Well, salade is French. Verte, don't know what that is. Oh, unless it's supposed to be vert, in which case the E is, it's just the one E. Oh, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Green salad. Yeah, of course it would. I'm a bit slow tonight. I'm a bit slow. Simone. Simone, the lovely Hooked on Classics. Josh, all the way from New York. Good to be here, says Josh. And yes, emptying the toilet is unpleasant work. I did spare you the visual challenge. I mean, you should be grateful to me for that. I could have. It wasn't pleasant. It wasn't pleasant. I left that 2 days too long. And it was, yeah, it was just beginning to. Well, I won't go into details. Let's just say it wouldn't have taken another wee. She'll not take it, Captain. She'll blow. Well, she would have blown. She would have blown. It's the dilithium crystals, Captain. Food news from Mike P, who had a cold pasta salad with ham and soft-boiled eggs. The flowers are magnificent this evening, Boaty, says Billy Joe. Aren't they doing well? They are well into their second week now, and they're doing magnificently. Oh, I must change stroke top up the water. They're going to do the full 2 weeks, I think, aren't they? I think it'll be 2 weeks on Thursday. They might do more than 2 weeks because that one's had it. That one's had it. Some of them never flowered. Oh, these have had it. Yeah, that one's a bit buggered. Yeah, they're probably due to be changed on Thursday or Friday. In my career, says Carol C, and we were talking about this earlier, weren't we, in the comments, I emptied a lot of bedpans. We've got food news from Barry Scrotter. For dinner, says Mr. Scrotter, I had tinned salmon with vinegar, salad cream, pepper, and special bread. Lincolnshire Lynx joins us. A very good evening to you. The start of the video had me laughing out loud, says Matron. Oh, bollocks, I've forgotten me bollocks. The last couple of videos, I've experimented with different starts. So I do welcome any feedback. I am trying to, make my videos slightly less awful. So I welcome your feedback on suggestions on how you would like them to be improved. Just don't be rude. Don't send me to Hong Kong and back. Hong Kong and back. Oh, and Barry goes on. When he said dinner, apparently he meant lunch. He goes on to say tea, he means dinner, was oven cooked fish, chips, onion rings, and mushy peas, and far too much of it. All right, okay, well, save some for breakfast. Andrew Buttigieg is here. Ivor Spotty as was. Good evening, Boaty, and everyone, and a very good evening to you. Try emptying the bucket from an outhouse, says Peter P. It usually requires a bottle of vodka. Well, I have had an outhouse. Now, my cottage in Wales had an outside toilet. It had an inside one as well, although it didn't used to have. Originally, it was just the outside one. But that was plumbed in the normal way, so it didn't require emptying. Dinner, says Carol C, was pork chops in a piquant sauce with new potatoes and cabbage from the garden. Well, that sounds rather fabulous, doesn't it? Boaty says bunga bunga partay and a very good evening to you. I heard the water in Majorca don't taste like what it ought to. I've got no idea if that's true, and I have never been to Majorca. Don't think. No, I'm sure. I'm sure I've never been to Majorca. Caregun One joins us. Evening all. I've just finished cooking some burgers on the barbecue. Scoffing them now. Well, enjoy them. Are you near a swimming spot for when miserably hot weather prompts a cooling off, Boaty? Asks Raven. God, I'm trying to think now. Open air, I can't think Well, I mean, like a wild swim. I can't think of a suitable spot that I know of that's close. There is an open air pool in Matlock Bath at the New Bath Hotel, but that's very expensive for non-residents. There's an open air pool in Hathersage, but that's a bit of a distance. There's a normal swimming pool in Matlock, I think, by the Premier Inn. But that's a good point. That is a good point. I'll have to find somewhere for cold water dips and wild swimming. Mandy Mc26. Have I said hello to you already? I can't remember. I'm losing the plot. Your refreshment, says Billy Joe, pale into insignificance compared to men of the cloth, Boaty. Well, I am a man of the cloth, so Sherry is with us. Got to be me, the lovely Sherry. Good evening, Sherry. Hope you are well. Oh, good, good, good. Matron says, my cat's ashes are in the cupboard here in this room with me. My parents' ashes are at the very back of the hallways. The hallways cupboard, other end of the flat. And I can still hear them arguing. More love is going to Phil and Ange. Oh, Stella, we all dread that time. We all dread that time. It's part of the deal, isn't it? It's part of the deal of giving your heart to your canine companion or feline friend or furry friend or whatever it happens to be. But you forget that part of the deal. You forget that I think the only positive slant that you can put on that, because it's heartbreaking, don't start. It is horrendous. I miss. Oh no! Don't talk. The only way that you can think about that positively, I think, is that you get to spend part of your life with them, but they get to spend all of their life with you. So it's not a complete circle for you, but it is for them, you know? And that's kind of a blessing. You can look at that as a blessing that, you know, they get that complete fulfillment. But I, says Kagon1, had some butcher's burgers and I thought they deserved cooking in the barbecue. Well, why not? Indeed, Josh. No, I don't think my local farmer would thank me for that bunga bunga. And Barry Scrotter says, if I was in a caravan, I guess I'd dread emptying the doings too. Well, you know, I mean, there is an alternative. You could use the site facilities, and you know that's perfectly viable. I do it in NETTY. Well, you know, I do wheeze in NETTY, but as you know, no solids are passed. And emptying your wee is not as unpalatable as emptying your other doings. So you could just use the site facilities, but you're not gonna. If it's a few nights, yes. If it's a holiday, yeah. But when you're living it full time, not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. Are you gonna go out in the snow in the middle of winter to trudge over to the bloody bog blocks? I don't think so. You're going to perch on the comfort of your own throne and worry about emptying it later. It's not so bad if you do it properly. So if you use plenty of the blue fluid and if you empty it like regularly, so daily, certainly if there's more than one of you, you'd want to do it daily. It's not too bad. It's not actually too bad. But, you know, I've not been entirely doing it properly. That blue fluid is quite expensive, so I tend to use it sparingly. And yeah, I've got a horrible habit of letting it overfill. Oh, you ate the lot. You ate the lot. Barry Scrotter ate the lot. There was much too much of it, but he ate the lot. Oh, a composting toilet. I have got no idea what a composting toilet is. And I did think, I wonder what a composting toilet is, because I see that people use them in like camper vans and stuff. Is there a moth in here somewhere? Everybody's talking about a moth. I haven't noticed it. Oh, oh, it's only a tiny little thing, bless it. I'll have an intermission in 5 minutes and open the door. Let it. Oh well, he won't go out, will he? There's lights in here. If anybody knows what a composting toilet is, let me know. And would it be a good idea for Nessie K, the community camper? And we don't forget, we are on Camper Countdown. Nessie K will be arriving here a week on Friday. Not long now. Right, I'm just going to have a very quick intermission, darlings. Just half an intermission or so. Seeing as it's a nice, slow, relaxed, extra length Monday Night Live. Oh, light. Put the light on. Oh, is that the Honourable Minister for Intermission? It is. Bless you, mate. You're a legend. Right, Tony, it's over to you.
Okay, sir. Oh, right, it's working again now. Yep. Evening, chat. Good evening, chat. Sorry, I'm not typing. My fingers don't seem to be working right well today, so I thought I'd just come and annoy you with my dulcet tones. Yeah. Yep. Who's it? Let's have a look. Stu, good evening. Pauline, Andrew, sir, and Bunga. Dean, good evening, sir. Mike P. Like I say, I'm not. The little digits aren't working right well, so I thought I'd phone in. Yeah. Yeah. Stella Bingley. Oh, that's all right, my love. It don't matter. It's, you know, it is late at night, so you know. You're doing it again, aren't you, Peter P? Food news. What did I have for eat? Well, I didn't have anything this evening because I had burger and chips on the way to shopping. So, but I have eaten another couple of what are these things? Steak and potato slices. Good evening, Netty Kutch. Yeah. Who else? Simone. Good evening, love. What's that, Richard? What's that, Richard? Fucking wrong with my gob? What is? Jamesy, sir. Good evening. Oh dear, never mind. Bunga, Tonic, you have a microphone button on the keyboard left. You can talk your comments into live. No fingers. I didn't realise that. I'm not that well educated in technology. You know what I mean? I just use my headset, like, you know. So yeah, if I don't want to talk to you, I'll just mute the bloody thing. Yeah. Let your fingers do the walking. Stu, what are you talking about there, sir? I don't know. He's sending into filth again, Boaty.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'll come and look at that. I like a bit of filth, mate. Weird noises.
I think apparently a lot of them do in chat. You know, they all pretend to be so upright and innocent. You know.
I wouldn't say they all present to be upright and innocent. Not all.
No,
not by a long chalk.
I know a couple that definitely not.
Yes, absolutely. You're one of them.
Oh, don't be like that.
No, you're one of us. I mean, I'm one of them too. I'm all about the filth. I love a bit of filth.
All right, I'll let you off then. Okay, I'll drop the call and let you get on with it, bud.
Okay, matey. Thank you for that, as always.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Right. Oh, now then, that's a little. So, oh, we have got a. Oh, I didn't see that come in. It's because I was on the wrong screen. Somebody made a very kind offer. As we were speaking about the community camper, somebody made a very kind offer in a comment. They said there's one of those Bosch Tassimo things, he said, in a local charity shop for 10 quid. Shall I buy it and send it to you for the community dogging vehicle? Very kind offer. I have replied to the comment and said thank you very much. But we've got a Tassimo. We've got the Tassimo that was in Windy Bum. I saved that. That didn't go to Umret. I saved it because I knew at some point we'd be getting a community vehicle of some nature, and I knew that I would use it every now and then, so I knew it needed a Tassimo. I'm not prepared to wake up anywhere where I don't have a Tassimo. So that has been saved. It's under the bed, just over there in the storage bit. So it's a very kind offer, but we are okay for a Tassimo in the community camper. Now then, other associated news. It's a celebration day for Umret, because if all went according to plan, fingers crossed and touch wood, Umret got the keys to his new house today and hopefully will be in it now, because the plan was get the keys. He'd booked, the old man with the van, and his belongings and some of my previous belongings should now be in the new house. I certainly hope so. And so tonight will be his and his wife's first night in their new home. It won't be totally comfortable because, they're going to take, he said he was taking the inflatable mattresses from the camping setup and sleeping bags and whatnot. and they're just going to make do. But there was no way that they were going to stay in their room in the shared house when they've got their own home. And I'm sure we've all been there. So that's a fabulous day. And the fact that he's got his house now means that he's currently going through all of the paperwork and whatnot to bring his son over to the UK. So quite soon, Amrit will be disappearing for 2 weeks, heading back to Nepal, catching up with friends, family, no doubt, and will be coming back with his very young son. So that's all super exciting. The slight bonus as well for me is that very kind. We've kind of. I'm kind of. I'm using his address basically. It's like because he was going to let rooms out in the house, you know, to take in lodgers to help pay for the doings and whatnot. So I'm kind of having a room, but not, if that makes sense, only on paper. So that means that there is an address for sending things now, and I've added the address to the Amazon wish list and whatnot. Now, obviously, it's not my address, and it's got to be kept very, very strictly private. I'm not going to be putting it out anywhere. But if you're a known quantity and I know you, then fine. And anything that comes via Amazon, because obviously Amazon keep the address. Some people have been very kind, and I've noticed that a couple of items have disappeared off the Amazon wish list. Now, there wasn't an address on the wish list, so I've got no idea what people have done with those. I don't know whether they've I haven't had any messages to say anything's been sent to Cromford Post Office, which is the other option, of course. Putting it down not as a delivery, but as a collection at the Amazon counter at Cromford Post Office. And you then just get, when it arrives, you get sent a code, which you could send on to me, and I'll just nip down and get it. But now it's like it was before, except it's going to Amrit's place. So yeah, a massive thank you to people who've apparently bought something off the wish list. No idea where these things are or where they're being sent or whatever. But going forward, if anybody is kind enough to tick anything off the Amazon wish list, which is all stuff for the community camper, well, most stuff on there is going forward is going to be for, you know, bits and pieces we need for the community camper. So now it's nice and easy. You can just like before, you can use the default address, and things will get to where they need to be. In terms of buying stuff for the camper, some stuff I think we should hold off until we've actually seen the thing. Well, until you've all seen it. I've seen it, but until we see what it's like and have a good look around, we can't really make decisions on certain things. You know, colours, like colours of the dinner service, any cushions, that kind of thing. We need to get to see it before we make decisions like that. Obviously, there are some things we know that we're going to need. So Tassima's taken care of. I know somebody's bought a whistling kettle for the gas hob, and that will be arriving at the community meetup. Don't forget, that is Sunday the 5th. People are booking hotels. People are making arrangements. It should be a good one. But yeah, there are some things that we know we're going to need in advance. So I'll put some bits on the wish list just in case anybody, you know, kindly wanted to bung something into the community camper pot, as it were. Some stuff we've already got. I've already got cutlery. I want to use the bedding that I've got that was in the original ROGERBOTTY. It's nice. It's quite nice. It'll go quite well in Nessie K, I think. So yeah, we've got quilt cover, a couple of and we got the pillowcases, and I'm sure they'll be nice. And there's a bit of sentimental attachment to those, so I'd like those to be used. But you know we're going to need a quilt or a couple of quilts, aren't we? Because we're probably going to have to. Well, we'll kit it out for 4 people, I think, won't we? Because yeah, she's a 4-berth, isn't she? There's the double bed upstairs in the Pottering penthouse, and the seating area makes a huge double bed downstairs as well. So I suppose we'll kit it out for 4. But anyway, yeah. Back to your comments. Carol says, my daughter goes with the children to the River Derwent near Chatsworth. That's a good shout. Yes, that's a good shout. Oh, Jimmy Quinn's with us, and somebody's asking Jimmy Quinn, how was today's video? I think we know what his answer is going to be, don't we? Oh, does it? Oh, I didn't realise, Billy Joe. Hedgehog of Truth, Boaty, who was your favourite Prime Minister, and were you at your most successful under a Conservative government? My favourite Prime Minister was Mrs. Thatcher, and I was at my most successful. God, I'm trying to remember the line. I'm trying to remember the timeline now. When did Labour get in? When did Blair get in? And then when did Cameron get back in? I was probably at my most successful under a Labour government, but I don't give the Labour government any credit for that. It was nothing to do with them. It was to do with me. Exactly, Cairgorn. Your dog's your best friend for a small part of your life, but you are your dog's best friend for all of their life. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say. Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel. Emma Lemon is with us. Good evening, Emmels. Kieran Marsh says, there wouldn't be a chance with me because I don't like clearing out my own shit. Fair enough. Hedgehog of Truth question from Bunga Bunga Partey. Do you watch your own videos whilst doing your doings on the bog? No, I don't watch my own videos. I watch them while I'm editing them, or as much as I need to, but I hardly ever watch them back afterwards. There are a couple of exceptions, but very, very few. There are very few of my videos that I watch back. Live streams, the only one I've watched back was Night 2 in NETTY. I've watched that umpteen times. Videos that I've watched back. Well, I'll tell you the one I've watched over and over and over and over and over and over and over. My wedding video. I've probably watched that 100 times. I love that video. Other ones, the Talacra video, I've watched that back. The first couple of Netty videos, I've watched those a couple of times. Good evening, Simone.
Good evening, Boaty. How the devil are you?
I'm rather well. How are you, my lovely?
Sweaty.
Oh, good.
Yeah, literally, I could feel the liquid dribbling off my head, down my forehead, into my eyeballs.
Oh, dear me.
So, yeah, it's lovely. The humidity down here is horrific. So, yeah, enjoying it. Why not?
Why not indeed? Why not indeed?
I have a question for you and your viewers.
Okay.
I don't know how many of your viewers watch my channel. Can't remember really. But are you aware of Project Pinky?
The motorised bicycle.
Yes, the motorised bicycle.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask people's opinion on something, and I thought if I ask a live, I'd get a better response.
Okay.
I did consider selling it.
Uh-huh.
I did consider mothballing it, but I can't mothball it because I can't find anyone. The only thing I could find to do to get out of my way was put it into storage.
Okay.
And I found out that storage is £10 a week. What do you think?
Oh, for a motorised bicycle. Well, it's a bit. I mean, I suppose it's a bit dear, isn't it?
Well, I looked at a few other places and they're a bit more money.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
I suppose
but
storage is expensive these days, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But it was just a question, really. That was all.
You need a mate with a garage or something, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I know a few people, but the garages are like far away. And the nearest one is the guy who assaulted me. So that's not happening.
Well, yes, no.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, I'm going up to the garage tomorrow, I think, and try and tinker.
What about getting a garage of your own? Cancel.
I have. That's what TC's in.
Well, get another one.
That's about the same price as the storage for the bike.
Yeah, but you can get a load of other stuff in there as well.
Well, this is very true. But £80 a month, not sure if I can manage that. But then again, of course I can. What am I talking about? If I can afford the garage and storage, I can afford that. Not thinking. It's too late in the day.
I know. And the sun, that heat, it frazzles your brain.
Oh, God, it did today. Was it yesterday? Was it today? Longest day of the year? Summer solstice?
Yesterday.
Was that yesterday?
Yesterday,
yeah,
21st.
I thought so. My next door neighbour decided to have a party all evening. It didn't shut up until about midnight.
Oh, I always had a solstice party, and we went right on through till dawn. None of this midnight nonsense. We went through.
There's a question from Kieran. Kieran, I need to store my motorised bicycle because I need to work on the Cortina, and I need to get the engine out.
Right, Simone, I'm going to take advantage of you, if you don't mind, because something is happening that has never, ever happened before on a live stream. This has never happened before. This is a first. Okay. Now, without wishing to go into over much detail, my engine room is still slightly problematical. And I have to, in the middle of a live stream, I actually have to make a little visit. So would you be so very kind as to host the live stream for me whilst I go to the smallest room in the caravan?
I will try.
That's very kind. Well,
I'll try and read some. No, it hasn't. I thought you were going to go for a scented candle.
That probably wouldn't be wise. The caravan might blow up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not enough. Yeah, that wouldn't be great. Okay, let's go and have a look at the comments. Let's have a look. What is everyone up to this evening? Jeff D. Hello, community promotions. I haven't heard that word for a very long time. Hello, Stu. James White. Who else is here? Captain Nemo Poker. Hello, chat. And Boaty. Hello. Council Garage, £60 a month for Barry. Wow. That is expensive. I'm down in Devon. I don't know what the differences could be with that. Yeah, see if we can hear Boaty pooping. Bombs away. Is he dropping the kids off at the pool, as they say? Oh no! Yes, everyone sing. I'm not very good at singing, matron. I sing to myself, but I don't try not to sing at home. La 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 la. Hello, Jeff. Yes, praise we don't have smell-o-vision. Thank you, Andrew. How are the cat? Is it, oh no, didn't you had a cat, didn't you? I can't remember. I've forgotten. I've slept since then. Are you near the sea? Yes, I am. And I'm not very good when it comes to seawater. If I'm in a contained body of water, I'm okay. I'm not very floatable. I tend to sink, and then nearly drowned. Georgia is currently stretched out across the floor, trying to cool down because she's been doing it all day, and she's not been eating or drinking because of the heat. Put it to yourself, it'd be an oil mail. Yeah. Randomly needing to poop during a live stream with 90 people watching is not something I've really. Oh dear. Simone Mister for doing. Seen a few classic cars on the road recently. My friend, Dean, he was out in his car today and he saw a red Mark III Cortina, which was quite nice. I haven't seen a Mark III Cortina on the road for quite some time, and that's before Cortina Day. Oh, my cat is called Georgia, yes. Yeah, she's a bit of a feisty one. If I try and fuss her, she tends to scratch me when she's irritated. And that's frequent. Hello, Dan. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jimmy. It's very kind. Yes, I won't forget. Carol, I won't forget that at all. My father owned an XL Mark III Cortina. I have XL seats in my Cortina, Dean. Welcome back, Boaty.
Thank you, and thank you for holding the fort. Well, that has
no
happened
problem.
in... How long have I been doing this? 3.5 years? That's never happened before. Well, first time for everything, isn't there?
There is. I hope you used air freshener. Could you do me the honour of pounding that box, please?
I most certainly could, with the greatest of pleasure. Here we are. One box. It's Welsh. Plus call. £1. 3, 2, 1, and in it pops.
I heard that.
Thank you, Simone.
No worries. Bye, everyone.
Bless you.
Bye.
And, oh, hello. It's wine o'clock. Look at that. Look at that. It's turned wine o'clock. How lovely. Right, we'll get rid of the water. Oh, we don't have water at wine o'clock, do we? No, we do not. Do you know what it is? I think I've been poisoning myself. I hadn't realised. Now, I've had my fridge here in ROGERBOTTY. It's it's a really rather efficient fridge. So I've had the fridge turned down under halfway. And Chris told me to do that. He said it'll freeze everything. So keep it turned down a bit. It's a bit mad. So I've been doing that. But what I suddenly realised is and I've literally only just kind of realised it, that in the real heat that we've been having, the fridge hasn't been keeping up. And the little freezer section at the top of the fridge, that's been defrosting, and the food has been defrosting when it gets really hot and then like refreezing at night. And I think that's why I've got why I've had stomach problems for the last little while, because I've been eating food that has been defrosted and refrozen and probably gone a bit bad and stuff. So I've cleared the decks. I've got rid of everything. I've closed. I've turned the fridge up to the max setting now. Because if you think back, there've been a couple of times I've said the wine isn't quite as chilled as it normally is. So that's just my inexperience, I guess. A bit more of the learning curve of van life and caravan living and all of that. turn the fridge up in the summer. Makes total sense. So I turned it up right up today, put my staff curry in the freezer, and last time I checked it, that has now, it had frozen and stayed frozen. Yep, that is properly frozen now. So there you go. There's a lesson learned. So I've got the fridge up on max, and yeah, and the wine is, you know, it's chilled as you'd want it. It's not overly chilled. So there's a lesson learned. Excuse me. Turn the bloody fridge up when the weather gets hot, and then turn it back down in winter, I guess. Now, Netty's fridge, which is amazing, I've always just had that on maximum, never thought about doing otherwise. And it's cracking. But so there you go. There's a lesson learned. But I think that's why I've had this never-ending case of the Barcelona squitty quits. I think I've been poisoning myself with some food that is not quite as it should be. So yeah, all of my chicken and whatnot, I threw that all away today. Anything that could be, anything that had been frozen, all gone. And hopefully that will solve things going forward. Right, I've got comments falling away. So I'd better catch up with the comments. If you can't be bothered walking to the toilet, says Kieran Marsh, you can't be bothered with a composting toilet. Why? What are they? What do they do? How do they work? Compost toilet won't work in a camper, says Mike P. Oh, well, there we are. That solves that then, doesn't it? That solves that. Lincolnshire Link says, Caravan life, all fun and games until you're lugging a box of warm misery to the disposal point. Christopher, good evening, Christopher. Oh, and Simone had bangers and mash with gravy and peas for dinner. Composting pie with chips. Is anybody going to tell me what a composting toilet is? Oh, well, let's have some wine, shall we? Cheers, darlings. You're very good health. Thank you for joining me. Bottoms up if you're lucky, lads. Up yours if you're not careful, ladies. Don't be taken unawares. Keep your wits about you. Keep your hands on your halfpennies. And above all, to each and every one of you, with joy in my heart and, well, let's not mention my back bottom, get stuffed. Cheers, darlings. Here we go. Yeah, that is normal. So with the fridge turned up, right, I'm just learning about my fridge. You live and learn. So when it's hot, the fridge has got to be turned up to the maximum setting. Okay, now we know. Now we know. But I just happened to notice that went into the freezer and I had 2 sausages in there and they were floppy. I thought, that's not right. And the curry that I was going to eat tonight, that wasn't frozen. That was still liquid. And I thought, oh, right. So there we go. I am going to change things going forward when it comes to food, because honestly, maybe you're seeing it a bit more. No, I'm talking about it a bit more and showing it in the videos. This is a massive, massive learning curve for me. I'd never done anything like this before. You know, I hadn't even had holidays in a caravan. Now I'm bloody living in one. So I'm finding my way forward, and it's going to be trial and error. It's going to be learning from my mistakes, all of that kind of thing. And obviously, I'm going to have to adapt in many ways. So one of the ways I'm going to adapt is food-wise. rather than I'm going to bring, so like instead of bringing a whole thing of chicken, using it for 2 or 3 days, and then whatever's left I bung in the freezer for emergencies, I'm going to bring from the restaurant only what I'm going to eat that night, or at a push the next night. Yeah, and yeah, I'm going to have to get into that. I'm going to have to get into that habit of only having what I need for that night, or maybe the next day. So as long as the freezer's working, then my curry sauce can go in the freezer. That's all there's kind of room in there for anyway. But no, other than that, I'm going to have to get used to, because that's a big thing. When you're used to having a freezer, of course you use it, and it is a bit of a change to adapt to not having a freezer to use. And that's just one example of the many changes and adaptations that I'm having to learn to make. Let's get back to the comments. I know I've got voice doings to catch up on. Whizzing through a bit. A wise man, says Jamesy, a wise man once said, to die rich is to die disgraced. Well, I'm at no risk of that, am I? What mileage is K Camper Boaty? That similar one was 150k. Oh, a lot more than that, like 260 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Oh, now we're talking about pensions and ISAs and all of that kind of thing. Winder clock. Sherry says, can you do a video watching you edit? Well, I have done in the past. Sherry. Yeah, retirement is never going to be an option for me. I will literally have to work until I die. Captain Nemo Poker, a very good evening to you. Yes, cancels rent out garages. Oh dear. You didn't hear anything. Matron, when you kind of don't have a choice. Look, I'm sure that all of you have had upset tummies at some times over your lives, and if you think back, then you can be in a situation where you simply don't have a choice. It's a bit like playing Aki 1, 2, 3 when you were a child. There's a bit of a countdown, and then it's coming, ready or not. Feature number 17. Gentlemen, have you ever shouted tubby custard at the point of at your point of gentlemen's at the point of you know what I mean? Have you ever, and ladies, have you ever had a gentleman shout tubby custard at that moment whilst you were you know, involved in intimate doings? Don't know why that just popped into my head then. Now, of course, Trevor Chaplin in the Bidebecks, he used to say or shout or groan, "Away the lads!" at that crucial moment. Okay, well, let's widen the feature out. Do any of you say anything unusual like tubby custard or "Away the lads" at your point of when you organism? No idea why that popped into my mind then, but it did. And you know me, I have absolutely no filter. Steph, good evening, Steph. Looks like we missed the memo about the 10 p.m. start. It's been 10 p.m. for 3.5 years. You've been missing the memo for a long time. Dan Fango, good evening to you. Quick shitter, a man of unlimited talent. I am not, matron, I am not. John Smith says, can someone explain where this is and what the feck is going on? Well, somebody could have a go. No, Jimmy Quinn, definitely. Yes, I did wash my hands. Oh, Jeff D says, Boaty, tonight's quiz. If a honey bee gives us honey, what kind of bee gives us milk? Well, that would be a boo bee, a booby. See, I knew that one. I knew that one. Well, that's a point to me for a correct quiz answer, if you don't mind me saying so, Steve Bunce. Boaty, what's for supper tonight? Well, I had to throw my supper away. So I went mad and went down to my favourite Chinese takeaway, and I got a succulent Chinese takeaway for supper tonight. It's just there, still in the bag. Fridges have a summer setting, say Stu. Well, mine doesn't. Mine just has a dial. Thanks all, says John Smith. Where is this? You could do with a separate powered cooler box, says Cairgorn. Would come in handy for tenting also. I have been eyeing up a thing for right, this is very awkward, but you're going to have to excuse me again. I do apologise, darlings. I do apologise. Talk amongst yourselves. Hold on. Oh, he's gone. Ring back, but be quick. Be very quick. Be incredibly quick. Like, no, right, okay. Oh, fucking hell. Thanks, mate.
Right. I'm there. What do you want? What more do you want? I'm here. I'm here. What more do you want? Oh dear, a leaky Boaty. No, it's no good having a leaky Boaty, is it? Bloody hell. Oh dear me. It probably was, Jeff. Evening, Jimmy, mate. Oh dear. Oh. Yeah. Have you noticed that his dressing gown's a shade of brown, isn't it? Yeah. Oh dear me. I can't. Oh, come on, Carol. You know damn well that I can't sing well. Pebble Dash. Boaty with the only Pebble Dash Lou. Yeah. Good evening, middle-aged man. It's a long time since I've heard from you, sir. Yeah. It might be good evening, sir, again. Oh dear. I tell you what, I wouldn't like to be in that caravan right now. Really wouldn't like to be in that caravan now. Oh, no. I won't mind, but Boaty's giggling away at it, you know what I mean?
I'm laughing at you.
Why? Why laugh at me? Anyway, I've gone. How can you have a stall call? Bloody hell. Oh, well, most people do anyway, Boaty. Most people laugh at me. Oh dear, I was just taking a drink there. Spladution Splatter. Sounds like a good name for a swimming pool, isn't it? Spladution Splatter.
Right, keep going. I'm just stepping outside for a breath of fresh air.
Oh, don't tell me you can't stand the smell either.
No, I just fancy a intermission. Keep going, you're doing great.
Bloody hell. Bad news when you can't stand the smell of your own crap, innit? Bloody hell.
It's not that. I just... You know what it's like? It's like after sex, isn't it? You want a cigarette after an experience like that. Oh, it's better.
Hang on, what's that? After what? What are you talking about? After what? No, Poppy, I really didn't, love. I didn't ever think I would be doing a live on YouTube. I look back at them, Poppy, you know, the ones me and Corey do. I look back at them after. I'm so bloody disappointed in them, you know.
Are you?
I'm not disappointed with the way Corey handles herself, but I need to loosen up a bit, you know what I mean? I'm just sat there staring at bloody computer.
Well, I would give you some advice, but I don't know how to do them either.
Yeah, we've noticed that, Boaty. We've noticed that. At least I didn't leave live stream, go for a crap.
Well, you're lucky you didn't have to. Don't worry, I'll wear an Inco pad tomorrow.
Yeah, Inco pads, that's good. That's what you need to send him, chat. Boxes of Inco pads and continence pads.
For fuck's sake, don't tell them that.
Yeah, I think they should do.
No.
Well, you've got the squits.
I'm not going to have the squits anymore, am I? I've sorted my fridge out.
While you've got the squits, you need incontinence pads, mate.
The fridge is turned up now. I'll be bloody fine. If anybody sends incontinence pads, you're getting blocked. Oh, yeah. Or I'll put them in the bloody community camper. Do not send incontinence pads, for Christ's sake.
Oh, dear me. Yeah.
Thank you, Tone. Bless you, mate.
All right, mate. But before I go, on a serious note.
Yes, sir.
With the meat and the what have you, I've been thinking about it, and I really can't justify the cost. You know, 240 for the hotel. Not even with a breakfast or food or drink or out like that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lump, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't really justify that, my friend. As much as I want to do it, you know.
Completely understand. Completely understand.
Okay, I'll let you get back to it now then, Boaty.
Okay, mate. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
How the fuck can you sit in a caravan with the dressing gown on in this weather? For fuck's sake, I'm down to my pants. Yeah, but you haven't got a camera pointing at you, Jonathan. That's the difference. Right, we've got some voice notes. And I've got wine to pour.
Hi, Boaty.
Hello.
I hope you are well. Sadly, I can't be with you tonight. I do have other commitments.
Ooh. But
can you please pound that box? And also, are you feeding that emotional support cat I sent you for ROGERBOTTY? I did put a little note in saying that the cat eats any other money, coins that is not designated for any of the other boxes. So, Boaty, can you please pound that cat for me as well? Thank you.
Ah, well, that is a good point, because I will pound the box. Certainly I'll pound the box. Same box, Welsh, Pascal. It's a second pound. This is getting pretty damn full. We're getting close. 3, 2, 1. There we go. But when it comes to pounding the pussy, yes, you did indeed add that it would swallow up any other coins that were not designated. The problem is there are no other coins. Now, I have to maintain the change in the restaurant till. So we don't get it from the bank, we don't get it from the post office, nothing like that. I do it organically. I always try and whenever I buy stuff, and I do normally use cash. Whenever I buy stuff, I will deliberately, whenever possible, make sure that I overpay so that I get a handful of change. And I do that every single time. And that change, it all goes into the restaurant till. That's how I maintain the till. The exceptions are pound coins and £2 coins, which do make their way here, but they go into the box or into the Netty Petty piss pot. But then when they get emptied, they go back to feeding into the restaurant till. So I can get away with those. But there's nothing else here, Corrie. That's why I said we're going to need to come up with a function for the pussy, because other coins don't make it here. They don't make it out of the restaurant. So we'll have to come up with a cunning pussy plan is what we need to come up with. I mean, I think I mentioned that we are going to need something for the community camper. So maybe the pussy can, maybe we can pound the pussy in Nessie K. But yeah, there's kind of nothing spare here in ROGERBOTTY for the pussy. Oh, we've got more doings.
Boaty.
Hello.
Loving the new formats of the videos.
Oh, good.
Enjoying watching a bit of your daily caravan life. I'm a bit hot and bothered, so I'm going to go to bed in a bit. But before I go, will you pound that box?
I will. God,
No star.
No star. God, you've got that. Bloody hell, you've got that fan on full wallop, haven't you? Would you like to hear my fan on full wallop? Here you go. Listen to this. Hold on. Where's the button? That's what mine sounds like on full tilt. I mean, it doesn't half blow some air around, but my God, it's noisy. Right, it is the same box. It is still Welsh. It's still Pascal. It's the third pound. I reckon we are about... I reckon we're only about 3 to 4 weeks away from... satisfying Sean's box. 3, 2, 1. In it goes. They're going to be getting stuck very soon. They're going to be getting stuck, and that's always an exciting moment, isn't it? And of course, this time when it gets emptied, and it will it'll all go into the restaurant till. That's what I do with it. In case you were wondering, it will get because we always need pound coins, £2 coins. Well, we always need change for the restaurant till. So when I empty the box or raid the Netty Petty Piss Pot, it just gets swapped for notes in the restaurant. I never spend pound coins or £2 coins because they're too valuable for the restaurant. It's like its own little ecosystem that it's kind of difficult to explain, but it does work. It does work. Community Plum Watch. Mike P says, Boaty, yes, caravan fridges struggle in hot weather. I've been thinking of getting a tabletop fridge for when we have this hot weather. Well, yeah, this is what I'm learning. And I'm pretty damn sure that through learning from my mistakes, I'm pretty sure I've poisoned myself for the last 2 weeks. And that's why I have been, valiantly attempting to literally crap myself inside out. I've been eating dodgy food. I've never been to Farm Foods in my life, Jonathan, and I don't intend to go there. Buy a thermostat for the fridge. That is a good idea, Jimmy. I want a thermostat for the caravan. I want one of those digital thermostats that you stick on a wall somewhere. I haven't got one. I would like to know what the temperature is. I've got one in Netty. I've got a thing. It was in Netty when I bought her. And it's got, wine burp. So it's got temperature, humidity, all of that shenanigans. I'd love one of those for ROGERBOTTY. Just haven't got round to getting one. I think I would put it. I think I'd put it there. If it was the right size. There. Yeah, sod it. I'll put it there. I'll put it there because this is where I sit. I never ever sit over there. That's for guests. I just, for some reason, naturally sat here ever since I first sat in ROGERBOTTY. This has always been. You always have your own seat, don't you? And I've always sat here. So if it was there, I could just glance at it out of the corner of my eye. So yeah, I must get one of those. And one for the fridge would probably be a not a bad idea. But now I know what I'm doing. Now I know that, you know, in winter you turn it down, and when it gets hot you turn it up to the max, and it'll do the job. The stuff in the freezer was frozen, but I'm not going to rely on the freezer. I work in a restaurant. I can go to a supermarket every day. There's one near work. So I'm just going to have to get used to doing fresh. Floppy sausages are a no-no, says Stu. I threw them away. I threw a lot of food away today. Well, not a lot. Doesn't hold a lot. But they were nice sausages, so I was annoyed to lose those. Oh, hang on. Am I getting an answer on the composting thing? A fan venting to the outside, separate liquids from solids. Oh, Raven says you can monitor your freezer and fridge temperatures with wireless transmitters to a remote digital display. It's what I do. That would be amazing. Can you buy those? I would really do with some of those. Billy Joe says, I had presumed you were living the life of Riley, Boaty. Your videos have been an eye-opener for me, struggling with ablutions and subsisting on pot noodles. What an existence. Well, yeah, welcome to homelessness. It could be a lot worse. I could be living in a shop doorway. you know, in underneath a cardboard box with people pissing on me in the middle of the night. It could be a lot worse, but yeah. Welcome to homeless and living in a caravan full time. That's how it is. But I'll learn. It's not that bad. I won't be subsisting on pot noodles forever. That's for sure. Well, I've got a succulent Chinese takeaway tonight, haven't I? Well, a bit of Chinese takeaway. The rest I'm adding myself. Mike P says, Boaty, max setting won't work in my experience. Leave it halfway, that's all you'll get. Otherwise, you may stretch the fridge freezer element out. Well, it did freeze the stuff in the freezer, though. So, and Nettie's been on full ever since I've had her, and she's okay. Oh, God, yeah, Phil and Ange have been everywhere in Nessie. No wonder she's got... Trawler Captain Grimsby, good evening. I used to have a Mercedes Varius camper with 640,000 miles on it. Yeah, well, Nessie's done a few miles, that's for sure. Those Mercedes diesels are supposed to be good for 1 million miles, says Cairgon One. Boaty did a 24-hour live. I did, and that was shit too. Get rid of your 3-way fridge and invest in a compressor fridge. I'm going to get a compressor fridge for the tenting. I'm looking at an Alpicool, I think it's called. A booby. I said that. Booby. Yeah. Oh dear. Kegon, yes. I will be paying a visit tomorrow. Oh, middle-aged man. Evening, Paul. How are you, mate? How are you? Where are you in the world? Are you at your place in Spain? Are you in America? Are you on a cruise? You could be anywhere. The flowers are wilting. Good evening, it's Pure Panic. Over 1%, is it? No, I didn't know that. Blot would indeed say that. No, it's not socks with sandals. I'm not putting... I want to meet Tim. Apparently, he's a much nicer man than you might think. And I think I must have suspected that. Otherwise, I wouldn't watch him. And I do watch him. Not at the moment, because he's not doing anything. But, well, actually, because he became friends with, he hasn't been YouTubing, and I hope it's all working out. He doesn't say things I don't agree with, but I must have figured that somewhere underneath it all he was okay. Otherwise, I wouldn't watch. And Jen and Anne said he's lovely in real life. So there you go. There you go. I've got plenty, Barry Scratter, don't worry. Jeff D says, Mr. Boaty, I've always wondered what Aki 123 meant ever since hearing it in an English beat song. Aki 123, it's, I don't know what it means. It's just a thing from childhood, isn't it? You the person who is it has to cover their eyes, count to whatever it is. Everybody else has to hide. And then when the counting's finished, it's Aki 123, coming ready or not. I couldn't explain that. And I can't remember the rules to British Bulldog. And apparently you can't play British Bulldog anymore, which is fucking outrageous. Because we played British Bulldog every playtime. It was a thing. British Bulldog was a thing. There's too much that has been got rid of. Now, oh, this is going to be controversial. However, some form of bullying is necessary. Now, some bullying is just absolutely wrong, but some bullying that we used to have is necessary, because without that, then things that aren't normal or shouldn't be normal have become normalized, because these days you're not allowed to, oh, this is going to be really controversial. In fact, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say these things, because they could be taken down and used against me. So all bullying is obviously completely wrong. But British Bulldog, we used to play British Bulldog. It's a bit rumbustious, but is that rain? Anyway, let's get back to the comments, because I'm a million miles behind. Boat is the minister of eruptions. Miss People, says Jonathan, are cut out to do live streams, and others should stay in the background. And yes, I should stay in the background. I know this. I know this. I can't read that out. I can't read that out. Alan Simpson joins us. The Honourable Alan Simpson, honorary uncle to Nessie K, and of course Honourable Minister for Wetherspoons and Little Chefs. Outrageous. Outrageous. I've got plans for tomorrow. And I don't know whether to tell you in case I don't do any of them, because there's a very strong chance that I'll wake up tomorrow and think, I can't be asked to do anything. But I've had thoughts about reinstating that. And tomorrow, it's going to be an amazing day. I thought, well, you get up stupidly early these days. So when you wake up stupidly early, get up, drive to Matlock Bath, go up the Heights of Abraham and have breakfast there. Have your Tuesday breakfast at the Heights of Abraham. It's a bit expensive, but would make good content. Then you didn't go away in Netty today, so go and do lunch in Netty tomorrow. Turn her over, turn the wheels over, get a bit of a charge into the battery. And I thought, I haven't had steak for ages, and I didn't spend any money today. I didn't spend money on fuel or on a campsite or anything like that. So I thought, well, tomorrow I could go to Sainsbury's, in Matlock, go into Sainsbury's, buy a steak, a tomato, and a potato, and then in Sainsbury's car park, I could cook a nice rare steak with sauteed potatoes and fried tomato, or grilled if you prefer. Probably fried. Do it all in one pan. And have brunch or lunch or whatever in Sainsbury's car park in Netty. And that could be good content, couldn't it? Just a little bit more interesting than, you know, arsing about here and making coffee and sitting in my arse and trying to make it interesting by doing zoomy things with the camera. I thought, get out and do something. I thought I could go to Black Rock and walk up Black Rock. I thought I could go to Steeple Grange Light Railway and make a sausage. I could do all of these things. I could do all of these things, couldn't I? Not tomorrow. I couldn't do all of them tomorrow, but I could do a different thing each day. You know, take a couple of hours out of the day to do something a little bit interesting and film it. Options. Okay. Oh, we said hello to Alan, didn't we? Whizzing through, trying to catch up. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, yes. Ah, oh, bless you, Paul. Thank you, mate. Send me your address and I might get around to posting a thermometer stroke hydrometer to you. I will do exactly that. I will ping you. I will ping you. And then people are starting to say good night. Oh, and now Paul's off. Middle-aged man, he's off. The lovely Kim is demanding his attention. Richard says Nettie's probably using Freon. Freon. Works better than modern refrigeration liquids. Oh, okay. I didn't find that funny. I didn't find it funny. It's a poisoned chalice. The position of Prime Minister is a poisoned chalice. You can't win. You just can't win. Because you can't please the people that don't want to work but want to have a comfortable life, at the same time that you please the people who do work and want those that don't work not to have a comfortable life. You can't please the people that are European friendly and the people that are not European friendly. You can't please the population and the civil service because they are naturally at loggerheads. I am sure that some people who become Prime Minister or who enter politics do so for the right reasons, because they have morals, principles, and would like to make a difference. Not all, but some. And I'm sure that they meet with frustration at every corner. Anybody who's watched Yes Minister or Yes Prime Minister will recognize this. And you can't win. You just can't win. And I completely understand that when the knives are shoved so deeply in your back that you've got to go, I understand shedding a tear. And it could be regret. It could be frustration. It could even be that, hey, I was on a gravy train and now I've lost it. Or I was on an ego trip and now I've lost it. That would be your Bojo or your Donald Trump. But, you know, it could be that you're a decentish human being. You genuinely tried to do a good job. You weren't able to for reasons which might, to some degree, have been out of your hands. And suddenly, you're a decent person, and all the people in the street say that they hate you, and you lose your job and whatever. I understand shedding a tear. I would understand that. I mean, on the happy side, that you shed your tear, you go through that bit of public humiliation and the newspaper headlines saying that you're an arsehole, but then you go onto the speakers tour, you take up the you take your knighthood, and you become a multi-millionaire. I mean, that's what happened to Tony Blair. That's what happened. That's what happens to most, if not all, ex-prime ministers. So they don't do badly out of it in the end. I've got a last bit of intermission to enjoy there. I will very quickly enjoy that, and then I will come back and do the home leg. 5 seconds. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh. Low tide at Glass Bay, so let us add some replenishments. And then it's going to be time to start off very soon, isn't it? Especially if I'm going to be up at the crack of dawn to potentially go to the Heights of Abraham, or to organise Netty to go and cook steak on the Sainsbury's car park. We should do more stuff like that. We should do more fun stuff. Go back to doing Peugeot picnics as well. Oh, something else I forgot to tell you. I was going to talk about Peugeot picnics, going to Longston Edge and cooking Momo or making a sausage sandwich or whatnot. Another reason why I didn't go anywhere tonight. I gave up the idea on going to Southport or anywhere else celebratory. We'll do that next week. That's the plan. Next Monday, on a standing order, the final Netty payment will go out. £96.25 to be precise. That will go out automatically, and then that will be it. That's it. I've done all of the figures. I've double checked them. That really is it. That will be Netty paid off next Monday. I was going to do the double payment this Monday. You know, the universe didn't want that. It'll happen next Monday. So that will be a bit of a celebration. And I'm thinking celebrate it by going to Southport. It looks like an amazing site. Southport Caravan and Motorhome Club site. Andy has got a seasonal picture there. I want to visit Southport. I want to have a look at the Pleasure Beach thingy. I want to go back to the place where I ended my athletic career. Oddly enough, fancy doing that in Southport. Of all the places I raced, all of the exotic, exciting, bloody iconic places I raced, I finished in fucking Southport. The first time I'd been there, for God's sake. And I got my ass kicked. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing. I assumed, now, if and when I go there, I will tell the story. But arrogant me, I assumed, because I went there in, I think it was late September of 1989. And I was the fittest man on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. And I just thought, it's a no-brainer. I'll turn up there and I'll just wipe the floor with everybody. I can do what I want. And I've told you before, didn't take any team, no team members, just took my old man, took my dad, and that was that. Had no team, no backup, no nothing. And I thought, you know, and why did I do it? I'd won the BBAR that year. I'd already won it, British Best All-Rounder. And I thought there was another thing that I could pick up if I won this thing. And I thought, I can just get out and piss it. And I got my ass kicked. I totally got my ass kicked. There was a dead turn, which didn't help. But even with the dead turn, I could still have won it in my sleep. Except that when you're on your own, cycling, turn sideways. If you haven't got a team and there are teams there, then even if you are easily the best, you'll still get your ass kicked, because all the team needs to do is to organize people to individually attack you. Everybody from the team takes it in turns to attack, and you've got to cover every attack. You're not going to cover every single one. And if you've got a couple of teams that are working together, so that's even more people, you can't cover off every one. And sooner or later, you're going to say, oh, fuck it, let that one go. And then that's it, all over. And the real pisser, Steve Owls, my mate Ollie Owls, the real pisser was, when I went to Southport to do that event, the other event that I was going to do was a 10 on the U4, a 10-mile time trial on the U4 course. And I'd never ridden the U4, but it was a comp record course, and it turned out to be a comp record day. And I didn't go. I went to Southport instead. The rest of my UK team, I was racing continentally, but the rest of my UK team, my domestic team, they went to the U4. And Sandra Curtis set a comp record for the women's 10. It was a flyer of a day. It was a float day, as we used to say. And if I'd have gone to the U4, then I would have set a comp record that would have stood for probably 20 years. And I didn't. I went to Southport and got my ass kicked instead. Anyway, so I've forgotten what I was talking about now. But there you go. That's the plan for next Monday. Completely lost the plot of what I was talking about, but probably start saying goodnight, because I'm talking nonsense. And yeah, it's kind of time to think about sleeping, isn't it? I am opening the door of possibilities to do something tomorrow. Heights of Abraham, steak at Sainsbury's car park. I quite like the steak idea. That's van life, isn't it? Parking up in Sainsbury's car park, going in, buying steak, buying a potato and a tomato, and making rare steak with sauteed potatoes and tomato in a car park. I mean, that's got van life written all over it, hasn't it? I mean, if I start doing that kind of shit, that's going to put me in the same league as bloody Ox with sandals and Mad Mark. Right, I had a ping. Let's have a look. Oh, right. I'll have a look at that afterwards. Right. Come on, let's catch up with the comments. Backdoor action. Well, I'm a big fan of that. Oh, a ploughman's Cairgun one. That sounds like a plan. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Right, I've forgotten where I was going with that. The other reason I didn't do anything tonight, I was planning to. Right, I thought about going away, decided not to do that, but then I thought I'll spend the day here and go away for the evening. And I thought I'll go to Longstone Edge, where I've wild camped before. It's where I do it. It's where I've been in Netty. I did Peugeot picnic there. I did Land Rover lunch there. I love Longstone Edge, right? So happened to go online and just check some things out. People have been taking the piss. No overnight parking. No overnight parking. So that's why I didn't go away tonight. They're clamping down. They're clamping down left, right, and centre. Too many people are doing this van life thing, either full time or as and when or whatever. But too many people are doing it, and too many people are taking the piss. And a lot of fabulous spots are being taken away. And my go-to place that, all right, I've only been there 3 or 4 times overnight, but I've been there. But yeah, apparently they've gone. I've not been and looked, but I went on Park for Night and somewhere else, and so I was looking for other alternatives. I thought I'll look for somewhere exciting, but I'll probably just go to Longstone Edge because I know I love it there. I know it's an amazing spot, amazing views, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, there's big warning signs all over saying that people have been staying here too long. People have been leaving a mess. And there are signs going up saying no overnight parking. And it was always allowed. It's been allowed for ages, but too many of the wrong sort of people are doing it. And there you go. So, and if that's happened at Longstone Edge, we know it's already happened at Castleton on the broken road at Castleton, and there are red lines and all of that. And it's probably going to happen everywhere. I only hope that airs will continue to flourish, and that pub stops will continue to flourish, and the balance can then maintain. But when it comes to wild camping, totally wild, then that's going to become a little bit more difficult, it would seem. But there you go. Too many people doing this. Too many people. But it will still be doable. I mean, look at the pub stops. Those are great. I need to do the rest of the airs in Gwynedd. We did Caravan in Netty. I will do all of the others in Nessie, and hopefully that kind of thing will proliferate as they're clamping down on the non-official ones. Longston Edge, that's a shame. That is a shame. I will. Oh, and that was how I thought. That was how and why I thought of doing the breakfast and lunch things. I thought, okay, I can't go there and stay the night. No overnight parking, but I can still go there and do a lunch and enjoy the scenery and have a walk around there. So maybe that's what we'll do. Right. Okay, let's check the phone. It is very definitely time to say goodnight. I'll whisk through the comments. They don't get the PM's wage after they leave the post. No, they don't, Anfango, but they can go on speaking tours, and they can take quangos, quasi-autonomous non-governmental organisations, and they can take peerages and this, that, and the other. If you have been Prime Minister, you are never going to be skinned, and you will earn a hell of a lot more after being Prime Minister than you did while you were Prime Minister. The last time I checked, if you're PM, you earned about the same as a permanent secretary in the civil service. After that, when you're free to take your quangos, take your paid things from companies, do the books, do the speaking tours, you'll earn a fortune. Blair earned millions a year. Oh, Liz Truss. Niska, good evening. Better late than never. Dawn's filing a complaint. Well, I'm sure Southport is lovely, Raven. I look forward to catching up with it again. Whizzing through. Oh, Emma, yeah, it's nothing to do with me. According to the comments on Park for Night that I saw, people have been actually camping there and leaving a load of shit. And people said they've cleaned up after other people's shit because they saw what was going to happen. But it's always the few, if you do it, I don't know. I'm probably not qualified to speak, but it's apparent that if you do this genuinely full time, like Ange and Phil, then, and me to an extent, I suppose now, then you don't take the piss. But if you're a weekend warrior, if you're doing it as and when, and this includes a lot of YouTubers, one I'm thinking in particular, there's one YouTuber in particular who will deliberately go to where it says no overnight parking, and they will stay there and they will make a mess and they will leave a mess and they will say, ha, fuck you, I don't care that you say I can't do this, I'm going to do it, and screw it up for everybody. They get views. That do this as a genuine lifestyle, and the people who just want to take the piss and have a drink and leave a mess and not care. There's probably somewhere in between there, the people who don't do it full time but are still respectful. But it's a shame. It's a shame, but hopefully airs will flourish. And the pub overnight camping thing, that's a great thing. That is a great thing. That could save some pubs. We're just getting Blair's still doing well. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. And I'm sure he pays taxes. And there we are. That or those are the comments caught up with. Right, darlings, I am going to leave. God, the candle's still going. Fair play. I wrote that candle off 3 days ago and it's still going. Bless you for joining me tonight. So it's been an unusual one, hasn't it? Oh, thank you for your company tonight. Thank you for watching today's video. You get a break from the videos. You will get 2 days now without a video, but you'll still have to suffer the live streams. Apologies for that. If you're hankering for a video, go back into the back catalogue and watch one you've never watched before. It might disappoint you on a whole new level. You never know. But yeah. Bless you all. And let me wish each and every one of you a safe and peaceful night and a good day tomorrow. May the new day bring you joy, may it bring you pleasure. At the very least, may it be manageable. The candle, amazingly, who said I'm a big puff? Oh, for God's sake. The candle will be relit tomorrow night. Later, 11 o'clock, Tuesday Night Live. Please join me then if you can. And I can't wait to see you. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me. And on that note, pachoo! And indeed, oh yes, community climax. I shouldn't have said fucking community climax. I should have just said bosh. I should have just said bosh and bloody gone. For God's sake, he's got me again. Every bloody time. Jesus Christ. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Bastard! You bastard!
I was just checking you don't need to poo before you go to bed.
No, amazingly, I appear to be okay at the moment, but that's so thoughtful of you. Thank you for checking. Oh, you silly sod.
I didn't think I was going to catch you there. You went, oh, yeah. Ooh.
I just put in, I genuinely debated in my mind what was it, the community climax. I wasn't going to do that. I was just going to go straight to bosh because I thought I've got him, and then something in my mind said no, he was on earlier twice, he won't do me tonight. I can do the community climax, and I did it, and there you go.
I'm sorry I missed your last intermission, but yeah.
Coitus interruptus and all that.
Exactly, yeah. Or Boatus interruptus, whatever.
Well, yeah, that as well.
Yeah. Right, now I've left my little mark once more time. I shall leave you to go to bed, sir.
Thank you, mate, and I will go to bed with your little mark where it can't be unseen.
Yeah, you'll be some rifle or other ready to do me in the next time you see me. Yeah, I know.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Tony.
Okay.
When are you live next? When are you live next?
What day is it? Monday. Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. Then the normal late night on Saturday morning, 12:30.
Stick it in your diaries, folks. You heard it here first or second. All right, mate. Catch you later.
Okay, my friend. Yes. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There we go, darlings. And on that note, oh my God, this was fun. This was fun. On that note, Peugeot and indeed, oh yes, Bosch. Good night, darlings. I love you. Oh, what now? Oh, you're having a speaker. Where's the speaker thing? Oh, it's there now. You're having a fucking laugh. What's going on here?
I just wanted to make you want to sit on my head.
I do want to sit on your head. Fucking hell.
Okay, that was what I wanted. You can go now.
Bitch. Don't forget, I'm coming down there next month. You're going to regret that. You are going to regret that.
I will let you go to bed now.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Good night, darling.
Good night, darling.
Bye.
You see, I'm too scared to move now. Can I, am I safe to actually... Where did I get to? Can't wait to see you all next time. Blah, blah, blah. On that note, Peugeot and indeed Bosch. Love you lots like jelly tots. Anything? Right, go. Good night, darlings. Bye-bye. Where's the thing? There it is.